Hey, Waters here from the Waters Wake Up Call. Great to be back this morning after fighting COVID. But we were celebrating National Video Game Day and talking football.
Go Vikings!
Skol, baby, skol! Oh, it was fantastic. Yesterday, I beat COVID, and the Vikings beat the Packers. I did. I felt like a Viking yesterday as I took the negative COVID test.
Awesome.
I crushed COVID like a Viking on a Packer.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
I was just sitting there playing Asteroids while I was watching that game.
Oh, and Asteroids, huh? You still play the old school stuff?
Oh, yeah.
You can't beat the old stuff. I mean, it doesn't have the graphics or anything like that, but...
It's not all the fluff. It's the meat. The
Right.
heart and guts of what a game should be.
Those old school games, oh, I can sit and play those until I get Asteroids.
Yup.
You know, talking about games and stuff.
Yeah.
I grew up in the 60s on pinball machines, and
Sure.
I was a Wizard fan.
Were you the pinball wizard back then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We would go to campgrounds and stuff, and the first thing I'd do is head for the house there, or the lobby, and I'd look for a pinball machine, and I'd spend most of my time there. So.
Those are still cool, you know. Old school pinball machines are pretty awesome.
Then when we got into video games, then it was Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a classic. I mean, there's no doubt about it. That is a classic.
When I was working, I'd go my lunch hour and go over to one of the convenience stores, and I'd sit there and just pump in the quarters there on Donkey Kong.
Yeah. You'd play until you got the donkey pox, right? That's how much you'd play.
I started out on an Atari as well.
Yeah?
On a 400, 800, and a 130. And then one of my favorite games, and I think it was after the Atari, it was called Load Runner.
Load?
And I played that quite a bit. Yeah, it was a fun game.
I don't remember that one.
I think it actually came on a floppy. I know that I had a 5 1/4 floppy with my Atari.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever got into Castle Wolfenstein, but I had a floppy of that me and my brother played constantly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was
Loved
a pretty rough game back then.
Oh, man. Nazis? And it's like, good Lord.
Favorite was Centipede.
I remember Centipede very well. That just kicked my butt. I was never good at Centipede, you know?
I can't remember what that thing was that used to drop from the bottom. That dropped all those mushrooms behind it.
Right. I don't know.
I'll have to go look that up. I used to, I'm sure. Right
Well,
now,
sure.
the old brain doesn't really work, you know?
No, I know what you're talking about. I think maybe that was the only thing I was affected. Maybe was my brain. COVID dropped me from, upwards in the double digits to about 37, I think is my IQ now. Thanks a lot, COVID.
And my mother says it's like, a shelf. You put something on the front, stuff falls off the back. So that's far enough back in the back, that it's what slid off.
Yeah.
It's like a cat back there knocking stuff off the shelf.
Yeah, my brain has probably 2-3 cats, I think. And very playful cats, so they're knocking all kinds of things over.
There you go.
Even the front of my shelf, they're pushing things off.
Well, back in the day, I didn't really have one.
Yeah?
But I have a funny story for you. Because
Good.
my boys had games. One time my son was trying to play a game. He says, Mom, you need to play this with me. And he was like, okay. So I'm on there, and I'm thinking I'm doing really good. And he's like, Mom, you can push start anytime. It cracked me up, and I was just like, oh, my God, I don't even have a clue what I'm doing.
Yeah, you felt like you had an IQ of about 12 at the time.
No, not even that long. It was so funny, though.
That is funny. That's great.
Yeah, but he said, you can push start anytime, Mom.
The Waters Wake Up Call.
Weekday mornings, 5:30 to 10.
105.7 KOKZ.